Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Esther Eckhart and today I'm going to show you a variation on headstand with help of blocks. So the advantage of doing it this way is that these blocks will remind your body to be in the right place. So the blocks will push the upper back that way, so it helps to open the chest well in headstand, what you need. And as well, we're not actually going to place weight on our head, so it will also test your ability of strength, so that you're strong enough to hold yourself up there without the weight on the head, but just purely with the strength of the arms. So it's a really great preparation to the actual headstand without blocks and the full weight on the head. So yeah, let's do this. So already for this pose as well, I would suggest to have done poses to open your shoulders and upper back properly, your arms, shoulders, upper back properly before you get into this one. So there's a few shorter videos that you could go to help you do that. If that's all done, then you can sit in front of your blocks. The way the blocks are placed is important if you do it at home. So the bottom block is long with the short side towards the wall, and then the two blocks are flat on top also with the narrow side against the wall on top. So the long block is away from the wall because you are going to clasp your hands around it, so there's space for that. And these are more or less against the wall, okay, the top ones. So you're going to sit on your knees and come onto the forearms. Having a ponytail in this one is not handy because it will press against this, so hair loose if you've long hair is the best. Then clasp your hands around the bottom block. And you're going to then bend your head and walk in so that the back of your head is resting against it. So you're just going to come up into a dolphin pose. So you're going to press into your forearms and lift your hips up. And see, can you really find that place for the forearms? So press against the forearms, opening your chest, and then walking your feet in, and then up to that point where you feel the blocks into the upper back. Lift one leg up. And to get into it is a little tricky. So you'll just have to really work with your core strength. So you have to pull your belly in, you have to bend your bottom leg, and then just take a little hop. And you do that a few times to find that place where you are. And the cool thing about this is that the blocks will help you with your balance, because the weight of the back into the blocks helps you with your balance. So it's easy to stand loose. So you are not having weight on the head, huh? So your full weight is in the elbows, the forearms. Press the outer wrists into the floor. Your shoulders are broad and towards the hips. And your head is free. And you can extend out through the balls of the feet, roll the thighs in a little. Bring the hip points together. I'm just going to come out for a moment and explain the hip points. Right, so the hip points are the points on the front part of the hips, the bony parts, yeah? So these two things, the bony parts, are the hip points. And when you're in the pose, you're going to bring them in towards each other. So that means you've got some work going on into those lower abdominal muscles. They release the psoas and they give the stability in inverted poses for the lower body to be there. So that's one thing to remember, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's do that one more time. So again, coming on the forearms, clasping your hands, elbows underneath or shoulder width apart. Then walk your head in with your knees and come into dolphin version. So the full weight is on the forearms, no weight on the head. Walk in, lift one leg, and gently hop up. Shoulders broad on the back, away from the ears. Hip points in, belly in, tailbone to the heels. And when you're ready, coming out. And then you can just rest in child pose. In child pose, forehead soft. Feel the whole body. And then coming up. Okay, so you know what, to practice, if you're serious about practicing headstand, then it's worth it to buy 3 blocks and actually do it this way, because it's just a very safe way to increase the strength in the arms, to work with balance, to learn to be upside down, loose from the wall, because you've got that extra feedback from the blocks. And yeah, so there, and to at the same time it gives that feedback of you have to open your chest to do it, and you learn the shoulders away from the ears. So you learn all that before the actual weight comes on the head and the pressure comes on the neck. So a great way to prepare yourself. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you for joining me.